Well, ladies, straight out of the 100, no time to rest, straight into a quarterfinal T20. What are your thoughts?
Excited, delighted to have got there, and this time, probably with a game to spare, we lost against Essex in the last game with Cox making 139, winning the game for them. We were without Vince that game, and we would have been quite stressed with that. With him batting like he did, if we'd had to win that game to get through, but we stayed in third position, and losing that game wasn't a big factor. It was really on one player. I mean, we batted exceptionally well to get to 220, and then he won it on his own really. So I think we played good cricket and deserved to get into quarters.
It's a long trip, isn't it, Durham? In the quarterfinals, can't get much further than that.
No, and logistically, it's been quite challenging. We're flying on Thursday morning. We're leaving here at 5 in.the to get up there to practice that morning. Have our team meetings up there. So, we unfortunately had a bit of a rain-affected practice today. We'll practice tomorrow, rain affected probably, and then get up there, and it looks like it's okay for the match on Friday.
Obviously, any team that gets to this stage is a good team, a team that's in form. But for Durham, they haven't got a great record in this competition. They haven't actually won it. It's their second quarter-final in 2 years. They'll be up for this, won't they?
Oh, absolutely. They're a good team. I followed them quite a lot, and they seem to be, it's very high scoring there, which I was quite surprised. I thought it was a venue much like here, and we've played there in 4-day cricket, but we've hardly played there actually. We played a 50 over game a few years ago. The 4-day was washed out that we were meant to play at the start of last year, so we actually don't have a lot of experience playing up there. But I followed their scores, and they're very high scoring. It seems like they bring it in, and they found a way of being successful at home. So we'll be up against it, and but we're a good side as well, and we performed well over a number of years. So we also will be right up for it.
This is your fourth quarter-final tie in the time that you've been with Hampshire, having started back in 2019. And of course, you won it back in 2022. It's a great record. You must be very proud of getting the teams consistently through the group stages. Yeah,
I am proud of that. But I inherited a good white ball culture, and the remit was to also get some silverware in red ball. Haven't quite managed to do that, but we've performed well over the last few years. I think this year has been a little bit of a transition year, and we haven't quite maintained those same standards in red ball. But in white ball, and which is shown in the 50 overs as well, we're right up there at the top in county cricket, and so I'm very proud of what the white ball teams have produced, and red ball, but particularly white ball in the trophies we've won. But also I'm thrilled with the 50 over getting into the finals, which is fabulous, and I think we've played well in that format over the last few years, and I wasn't with them this year, but I've been following every ball and willing them on like all our supporters have. So I've been the most passionate supporter of that, and just thrilled that they've got to the final of that. But yes, a quarter-final in the Blast is an achievement. It puts you in the top 8 of the competition out of 18, and then if we win that, you're in the top 4, and if we got to the top 4, it would be fantastic.
It's your third, or would be your third finals day, wouldn't it, if you can get through on Friday? Fourth one as well. Yeah, it is fourth, yeah. Does it still have the same excitement when you go up to Durham? will you still have that same enthusiasm to make sure that that team gets back there? Because it is an awesome day, isn't it?
it's an awesome day, but I think the enthusiasm gets more. It gets more intense. We're desperate to win, and the one thing I can vouch for with Hampshire is the will to win. There's a tremendous fight, and I don't know, over the last few years, I've been really proud with that fight on the field and that will to win. It's driven by the captain, but also, also in the 50-over team. There's a will to win there that's really impressive, and it's player driven, and you can't discount that, because that's almost like a 12th man. That real will to win, and we've got that.
It's with the competition restarting effectively so long after the group stages, a bit of a mad scramble, isn't it, to either keep your overseas players or look for some overseas players. You've got Hilton Cartwright and Chris Lynn returning. How difficult was it, first of all, to secure them, or because you obviously had Pretorius and Brevis earlier in the competition, but was it complicated deciding who to come back?
Yes, on availability, because the two South Africans are involved in the ODI series here, which ruled them out from the quarterfinal, and then we're thrilled to have Hilton. He did fantastically well, and we're desperate to keep him. And Chris Lynn won us that game, against Sussex, and it showed what he could do. And unfortunately, he got injured in that and was unable to play any matches after that. But we're thrilled to get them back. Chris Lynn is a exceptionally dangerous player up front, and Hilton's been tremendous for us in that middle order. I was pushing hard to get him at the Brave because of what he's done for Hampshire, and we're thrilled to have those two players. But it hasn't been easy. They've also got their state cricket about to start, and it's sort of liaising with particularly Hilton, who's about to start at with first class cricket back in Perth. So it's liaising with the coaches over there, and fortunately I've got Giles to do most of that. So he does the legwork with that, and getting visas is also an issue. So it's not straightforward whatsoever.
Sure. And fortunately, Liam Dawson available. I know he's been picked in some England white ball squads, but not this current one against South Africa. So you've got him as well. And well, we all know what Liam Dawson's like. We've seen it recently as well. His match-winning knock in the semi-final up at Scarborough. Vital man, isn't he?
Vital. We got burnt by him in the 100. Southern Brave. He won that game for them with the ball against London Spirit. So we know what he can do, and in the 50 overs he's been tremendous the last couple of matches that he's played for us, which is fantastic. And to have him available for this quarter is huge for us. We unfortunately lose him in the final if we get through, and Sonny on the other hand could become available in the final if we get there, but he's unavailable for this, which is unfortunate. But other teams have that as well. Cass won't be playing against us on Friday. He'll be playing for England. So, the other teams have their issues as well with availability. But it's going to be tricky getting to the final. We won't have a Hilton, and we won't have Dawes. Getting Sonny back is a bonus, but we'll have to make a plan for those two. So it's not easy. You have to think ahead without even knowing that you're going to get there. But there's a lot of what ifs going around, and putting people on standby to come over for in case we get there.